Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Ramy Saleh. I'm from North America, and I'm making this video today to share my experience during the bay'ah. Alhamdulillah, by the blessings of Sidi Shaykh Qaddasallahu Sirru, I was able to receive the bay'ah during the blessed month of Ramadan, and all the greatest blessings in my life have occurred during Ramadan, alhamdulillah. During the bay'ah, I was instructed to make istighfar, seeking Allah's forgiveness. Shortly afterwards, Sidi Shaykh began to give the bay'ah, and immediately I felt a sense of tranquility descend upon my heart, almost as though it were being pressed in a gentle way, and a feeling of being almost on the verge of tears, and also a sense of warmth within my heart. It felt almost as though there were two currents, the current of istighfar and the current of Sidi Shaykh's voice. And it was as though there was a unique interaction between the two, and the experience was delightful. After Sidi Shaykh left the live stream, I continued making istighfar for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And during that time, I went through many different stages. Initially, I felt a sense of darkness, a sense of doubt, feelings of unworthiness in receiving the light, not knowing whether I would be able to witness the nur. All of these things were crossing my mind. Eventually, I felt that feeling lift, and I felt myself elevated as though at a great height or above the clouds. And the darkness in my vision and my field of vision seemed to lift a few shades, as though I were basking in the glow of a gentle sun, which seemed to be just overhead. And I just allowed myself to embrace that feeling of surrender and just to bask in that as long as I could. And it felt as though there were a very loving, gentle presence around me. And what I witnessed visually, it seemed as though there were gases like clouds swirling around with a purple light or a purple hue within them. So alhamdulillah, I thank Sidi Shaykh from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to enter this path which I have searched for such a long time, thinking maybe in my lifetime I wouldn't find it. But alhamdulillah, the doors are truly open for those who seek, and Allah is most merciful. And what I would like to also mention is a physical sensation which I felt within my heart after the bay'ah, which lasted for several days, and it was as though there were a seed in my heart, like a seed planted in my heart. Physically I could feel it, almost even uncomfortable, but I wouldn't go as far as to say that. Initially during the bay'ah, I felt it as though it were planted at the bottom of my heart, at the very bottommost point in my heart. During the following days, I felt it more in the center. And what I realized about the wird, it felt like water that was nourishing a seed, and it feels that way still. Initially I felt like, it takes a little bit of time to recite the wird, but after the bay'ah it almost feels shorter, as though there's a greater need for it. And perhaps the greatest gift of all is knowing that I found my Shaykh, I found my guide, and my love for Sidi Shaykh continues to grow. Inshallah, one day soon I'll be able to visit the Zawiyah and to be in his presence. And may Allah's blessings be upon Sidi Shaykh Qaddasallahu Sirru. May you all have a blessed day and a fruitful Ramadan, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.